morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a look at another Charizard. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. There is another Charizard coming. More Charizards are coming. And you know what? Good times. Now, this has actually been spotted in a book, which is going to be coming along in... Well, I showed you those Elite Trainer Box Pluses, the Ultra Premium Collection, the ones with the Gold, Zacian, and Zamazenta. And I told you that you were going to be getting a book chronicling the first year of Sword and Shield expansions, and that's true, incidentally. You are getting one of those. And in that book, one of the cool things they've got in there is a list of all the Black Star promos, that is, all the promo cards which are going to be coming. And would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen, there just so happens to be a new little Charizard just peeking out. It's just kind of in there. Oh, yes. Now, it is special delivery Charizard, and as it stands at the moment, this is a mystery card that we've never seen before. However, it was pointed out by the lovely Stephen Kent, he of Playscape Games. We say a lot of nice things about Stephen Kent on this channel because, quite frankly, he deserves to have nice things said about him. And one of the things you might notice if you've been on the Pokemon Center website is that this was actually a special pin that you could buy. Now, it is out of stock now, unfortunately, so it cannot be bought anymore. But it is actually a pin that was for sale, and now it is turning into a promo card. Now, if you were watching my video yesterday, you may have noticed that I showed you a brand new promo card, Special Delivery Pikachu. Sure does seem an awful lot like the pair of these make a nice little pair. You'll notice, of course, that the Pikachu riding the Charizard is the Special Delivery Pikachu, and this is Special Delivery Charizard. So, although we don't know for certain, it is extremely fair, as far as I'm concerned, to suggest that they might be given out in the same way. Now, Special Delivery Pikachu is currently being given out if you spend $20 or more on the online Pokemon Center store. And I did put out a call in yesterday's video. If anyone can hook me up with one of those, get in touch on Twitter @TheWassy. I would be delighted with you, because they still don't ship to Europe. Although, like I said in yesterday's video, let's give credit that they're now shipping to Canada, rather than just moaning that they're not shipping to Europe. Let's focus on the positive. I'm sure they'll ship to Europe one day. Plus, we had a Pokemon Center in London for like a month last year, so we have little to complain about in that regard. We were very lucky. So one would imagine that there is going to be a future promotion where you buy some stuff on the Pokemon Center online and you get a Special Delivery Charizard. That is not confirmed, that is not guaranteed, that has not been announced. We don't know where it's coming from. But come on. Now, if you ask me for my dream scenario is that a Special Delivery Pikachu is a special promo to celebrate the Pokemon Center shipping to Canada. So this would be a special promo to celebrate shipping to Europe. I don't think that's the case, if I'm honest with you. But oh my word, it sure would be nice, ladies and gentlemen. It sure would be nice. One thing that is worth noting, in the booklet, it is sandwiched between the Pikachu, Special Delivery Pikachu, which has just come out, and the Gold, Zacian, and Zamazenta that are in those products that were due for release this month, but I believe in a lot of places they have been delayed. We're in 2020, right? There's a global pandemic. A lot of things are being delayed. So my point is, this is not probably a promo that's kind of 6 months out. It is overwhelmingly likely, not guaranteed, but it is overwhelmingly likely at this stage that this is going to be coming in the not too distant future because, and there are obviously always exceptions to this, but the general rule is that when you have these products coming around and these promo cards, usually speaking, they end up having numbers which roughly match the order in which they're released. Not guaranteed, but come on. It's probably not miles away. So we are getting a special delivery Charizard. We don't know where it's coming, but it's almost certainly going to be a bonus that you get for buying stuff on the Pokemon Center. Just please do bear in mind that the Pikachu promo is to celebrate the fact they're shipping to Canada. Could this be just the second part of that same celebration? Or could it be something new, some new celebration? The answer is, I suppose, we're going to have to wait and see. Now, the cool thing here is, if we have a look at the actual promo itself and what it does, even though it's called Special Delivery Charizard, and it's not a Charizard incidentally, it is Special Delivery Charizard, it does still evolve from Charmeleon. We know that because it literally says it on the card. Now, this is actually a really interesting thing from a playability standpoint, because it's not a Charizard card. It is a Special Delivery Charizard card. That is to say, you can play 4 Charizard and one of these in your deck, and then you're actually playing more Stage 2s to potentially be a little bit more consistent. So, I mean, one of the decks that we're all getting a little bit excited about from Vivid Voltage is the new Charizard, which I still do think has a chance to be a genuinely, legitimately good deck. But you can play 4 of those Charizard and 1 Special Delivery Charizard because they have different names. The question is, are you going to want to? Well, the first attack for a single colourless energy lets you search your deck for up to 2 item cards, reveal them and put them into your hand. Now, thematically, I adore this. This is wonderful. It is a Special Delivery Charizard whose attack fetches you stuff and delivers it to you. Tell me that doesn't fill your heart with joy. Unfortunately, this is a Stage 2 Pokemon. And the fact of the matter is, if you've evolved up to a Stage 2, even though it's a single energy attack, you are not going to want to use your attack for the turn to search for 2 item cards. Now, if you give me this attack on a basic Pokemon, and then turn 1, I go second, basic Pokemon, single energy, search for 2 item cards, then we can talk as a nice little potential setup attack. But on a Stage 2 Pokemon, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is far, far too slow. As for the second attack, what we've got here is free energy, 160 damage, and like fire Pokemon tend to do, you have to discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. And the good news is that you're a fire Pokemon, Welder is a thing, so play a Welder to attach 2 energy, attach a third energy, boom, you're off, 160 damage. And 160 damage will KO the vast majority of single prize Pokemon, and it will one-hit KO pretty much anything that's weak. And bearing in mind, as a fire Pokemon, you are hitting weakness on metal and grass. So you'll get a nice, easy one-hit KO on a Zacian V, the best card in the game right now. But you'll also get a nice one-hit KO on Rillaboom V Max. Only joking, you're 10 damage short. This is the one where you are going to maybe struggle a tiny bit. The thing is, you're likely, if you're playing a Charizard deck, to be playing Leon. So this 160 is actually going to end up being 190, which doubled with weakness is 380, which is more than enough for something like Rillaboom V Max. But also 190 is pretty nice. 190 gets a Crobat. 160, incidentally, will get Dedenne GX for 2 prizes regardless. But 190 means you're up getting Crobat here. And the fact that you're hitting for weakness does mean you will get Eldegoss, which again is a 2 prize Pokemon that we see seeing quite a lot of play right now. So that's kind of awesome. We quite like this. I don't hate this card. I don't think this is a terrible card. If you remember the Charizard from Vivid Voltage, 2 energy, 100 damage plus 50 more for each Leon in your discard pile. Well, if you get an early game Charizard and there's no Leon in your discard pile, even if you play a Leon, there's 1 Leon in your discard, you do 150, plus the Leon you do 180, this Charizard will do 190. With 0 Leon in your discard pile, the one from Vivid Voltage does 100 and this one does 160. Just to be perfectly clear, I am in no way, shape or form suggesting that this is going to be better than the one from Vivid Voltage. It's not. It is an inferior card. But I absolutely am suggesting that playing this as a one-off for if you cannot get the Leon in your discard pile early is something that I could absolutely see people, including myself, testing to see whether it's actually viable or not. I kind of like it for that. I don't think Special Delivery Pikachu is going to see any play whatsoever. It is a beautiful card, but it's kind of terrible. It only searches for 1 item card, 2, and we could be talking 1. No. This Charizard, I don't think it's going to be some kind of staple or anything stupid like that, but I absolutely could see it as a one-off in Charizard decks if they get big, especially given that you don't have to cut down on your regular Charizard to play it. If it's not a good card, it is at least an interesting card, and the fact that it's got a different name but still evolves from Charmeleon, that kind of gets my deck building juices flowing, ladies and gentlemen, and that makes me pretty gosh darn happy. I'm going to go ahead and give it 3 Wassies because I genuinely think you need a copy of this in your binder because I could see some people playing this, and if you told me there was a Special Delivery Charizard coming but didn't show me what it did, I would not suggest anyone would even consider playing it. So that's kind of cool. Obviously, when this does come out, try and pick it up nice and early, because what's going to happen is a bunch of, let's say, not very nice people are going to try and get hold of as many of these as they can, and then try and sell them to you for a vastly increased price, because it's a Charizard card. Obviously, when it is announced how this Charizard is being given out, there will be a video on this channel that goes through exactly how to get it. So if you're not subscribed, now might be a good time to do so. When this Charizard is announced as to when it's actually going to be available, I will let you know, ladies and gentlemen, and so you can go and pick one up and not feed the scalpers. For now, I want to know what you think about this Charizard, and I want to know if you think it could actually make its way into a deck. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.